Hey, my reality TV friends, what's going on? So, I've had a lot of people ask me lately, and y'all, please excuse my mouth. I don't dip. I don't have a dip in. I just have a jacked up lip right now. Oh my goodness, the back of my earring came off again. Okay, you guys. So, I've had a lot of people ask me if Kenleigh has taken David Eason back. As you guys may or may not know, early September, around September 4th, the two broke up. Kenleigh broke up with David as he came home one evening accusing her of cheating. Okay. And she was like, nope, not gonna fly. She asked him, like, what do you mean? Like, what makes you think I'm cheating? Right? He couldn't give her an answer. She did not like that. So she took all his things that was in her house and put them in his shed, his building. Hey everyone. Can you guys say a prayer for my face? Um, anyways, thank you. It's okay. I went and had 2 shots yesterday, 1 in each cheek, so that was nice. And now I'm taking another round of antibiotics. But yeah, September 4th. And what's so crazy is just like the day before that, David Eason made a post on his social media page, like raving about Kenleigh, how much he loves her, how great she is. And we've seen that throughout their entire relationship. Throughout the entire time they've been together. Like she posts about him, he posts about her. They always seem to be really happy. Everything seemed to be going great, right? Well, September 4th, she makes a post saying that he is accusing her of cheating, will not tell her with who or, what makes him think this. So she moved him out of the house into his building. Some people thought, oh, she'll take him back. Some people thought, no, she doesn't seem like the type of girl that's going to put up with his nonsense. She's done. Well, it's not a wisdom tooth infection. It's just a regular tooth. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's not a wisdom tooth, but this has been wild. I woke up today and it was even bigger, and I just had 2 shots yesterday, so I thought I'd wake up today and it'd be a little smaller, but no, it's bigger. Not surprised that he sabotaged their relationship. That is the thing with David is I think David don't know how to be happy. I think David don't know how to be in a relationship and not sabotage it, really. But over the course of the days after they broke up, I know it got like hard on Kenleigh because listen, regardless of how we feel about David, that girl cared about him. So once her emotions settled, once she got over being mad that he was accusing her of something without any evidence and wouldn't tell her how. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hope you feel better soon. Girl, me too, because this is wild. This is wild. My son's 18th birthday is today. He's still at school. So I was jumping on a live. He'll be home in a few hours. But this weekend is his birthday party. We're having a big old party, and I'm gonna have to show up like this. What if it gets worse? What if like it gets so swollen like my eyes shut? I don't know. Hopefully not. David needs a mental evaluation. Well, funny thing is he was supposed to have a psych eval to see Inslee. A judge ordered that before he can see Inslee, he has to have a psych eval, but he hasn't had one yet. So either way, it was when her emotions settled and she wasn't so mad about it. Of course, she got sad about it. But David seemed to not and stay. He stayed mad for. He stayed mad. Don't know why he accused her of cheating. As far as I know, there's no evidence. From what I'm hearing, she would never do that. She's not that type of person. She don't cheat. So she was just devastated by the claims, by the accusations, and then he wouldn't even tell her what made him think this. So she was very upset about everything. They break up. She, starts going through the emotions of being sad about it. So a few days ago, they started following each other again, and it made people believe that they had gotten back together. So we're going to jump over to Instagram. Oh, this is the public split right here. Shout out to Team on Reality because I'm going to their page to show you guys some of the screen grabs because I couldn't find mine and I was in a hurry. So, okay, this was back September 4th. David Eason and Kenleigh publicly split. Honestly, have your oh, because she made the post that he accused her of cheating, and then Janelle made a post saying like, "Oh, David wants me back." So Kenleigh was like, "Well, have him back. Heck, take him back." And here it says David said I cheated on him, but won't show or tell me what I did. So all his crap that was in my house is now in his shed. And I think he's living in his shed on her property. I think that's what's going on. And then Kelly says, "Y'all were right about some stuff. I'm not gonna lie. What I can't do is let someone act like a victim in my own house when I tried to help them for the past year and a half. F that." So true. Because Kinley went above and beyond for David. Like I mean, she let him move in. She has helped him so much, when she didn't have to. She could have said, "Okay, yeah, you can live with me, but I'm not helping you with any of your stuff. Like I'm not, that's you, that's your baggage, not mine. Well, they unfollowed each other and everything. Uh, she made this post, "Don't come F up my peace because you can't find yours. I'm not responsible for the chaos you refuse to heal from. I've worked too hard to protect my energy and to unlearn toxic patterns and to build the kind of peace I used to pray for. So if you're still at war with yourself, don't bring the battle to my door. Healing is your job. Growth is your responsibility. I'm not here to carry what you're not willing to confront. Protecting my peace isn't selfish, it's survival. If your presence feels heavy, it's because you're still avoiding your own truth. Do the work or keep your distance." So that's something that she posted back when they broke up. And David posted this when they broke up. "My life literally goes exactly how I expect it to every time. Nothing surprises me anymore." And then he said, if you have to hide something, it's probably because you know that it's wrong. So that was when they broke up. And then we're going to jump up here where people started suspecting they were back together. David and Kenleigh get back together. David's already cheating. Once people started suspecting that they had gotten back together, screenshots surfaced from girls talking to their friends saying, like, "Oh, David Easton is inboxing me," or "I saw David last night and he was hitting on me." So people started thinking, okay, Kenleigh and David's back together, but it seems like he's cheating. So David posted this yesterday or day before maybe. "Today is the start of a new chapter in my life. Here's to new beginnings, growth, and success." And then they were following each other again. And I think it was just those two things that led people to believe that they were back together. His post saying new beginnings and the fact that they were following each other again. Well, then this come out. Somebody messaging her friend, "Guess who hit on me last night at the bar?" They said, "Who?" "David from Teen Mom. He followed me on IG." And I was like, WTF. And there's the screenshot, the person showing where David followed her. And this person said, "He hit on my homegirl. He hit my homegirl. Same up too. He's a bum. Best advice is to block." And somebody said, "I guess he's living on a boat downtown where you and Mike were docked." They did laughy face. Talk about drama. That dude comes with more drama than a high school cheerleading team. Oh my goodness. The high school, that is wild because my daughter was just on dance line one year and talk about the drama. The drama is so wild. That's true. All right, so people started suspecting that they had gotten back together, right? Kenleigh, she made her Twitter account private, and she says she's basically trying to keep things civil until David moves. So there she made her page private. She says, "I'm safe. I'm just trying to keep things smooth sailing until he leaves my house. Thanks for checking." And I don't necessarily know if he's living in her house, but I think he's on her property. Like, I think he may be staying in his building. Oh, no, Colton. Nope, 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 no, 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 they would not be. We would not be, no. So yeah, she says she's safe, but I think he was basically staying maybe in his building on her property. But she was asked, like, "Are you and David back together?" Let me find it. And she said no. Um, I can't get over my face. How my face looks is so wild. I'm sorry if I'm scary. Okay. Somebody said, "Had no idea what's actually happening. Just got on X now. Instantly saw Rue Make her typical post. Figured it was her doing it to you. I gotta get caught up. Rue is the best, right? Account goes silent for days, then makes posts about you. Why? So sorry. And then Kelly says F Rue. And then random thing says WTF. Is he holding you hostage? She said no, just trying to be civil. That's all. And they said, are you back with him? And she said no. Where's the rest of the post? Hold on, I thought I had it. Let me find it. Okay. There it is. Bear with me some more. Oh, and she said, if I say anything publicly, it will make my living situation harder. Some of you guys need to understand that. Are you back with him? No. So she is not back with him, despite people thinking that she is. You like you have that dental freezing in your face. Didn't she mention something about David being scary? Not that I saw. My defense of David. I don't think I'm defending David. Are you talking about somebody else? Um, I think she said that, like, the public was right about some stuff, is what that's all that I seen that she said, is the public was right about some stuff. But I don't think she ever was, like, specified what she meant by that. Oh, yeah. That's how it kinda feels, to be honest. You know, like, when you get a shot and it makes you feel like your face is really fat? That's my face is really fat, though. Shenanigans says, Kenleigh, blink twice if you need help. Talk about someone in the chat that keeps, oh, okay. Cause I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not. I know he's wild. Like, I know. No, if my child came to me and they were dating David Eason, I would be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. We're not going there. We're not doing that. No, you're not. Here's the thing. Kenleigh has a lot of family. She has a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of support. So I think before she let herself get put into like a danger situation, I think she would let family know. I think she would leave the house, even though it's her house and she shouldn't have to leave. I do think she would leave before she let herself get put into a danger situation, if that makes sense. I mean, they've been dating for like a year. I do think it was the honeymoon phase for a while. Everything was great. You know, he moved into her house. It's a nice house. She has nice vehicles. She works really hard. She does well financially. So I think everything was like good and well at first. Life started settling out. You get into, just everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always great when you first start dating someone that you like and they like you, like, it's always gonna be great, like, in the beginning, the honeymoon phase, but once it life starts, the normalcy sets in, and then they aggravate you, and you really react the way is your character to react. So, like, I think in the early like, when they first started dating, if Kenley did something that, like, frustrated David, he might not react the way he would normally react because they're newly, it's a new relationship and he don't want to show that side of himself yet. Get what I'm saying? So I think for a while it was the honeymoon phase. And I think she started seeing more of David that who he really is. Yes, she has the animal business. She like house sits, like dog sits and stuff like that and walks dogs and things stuff, I think. But truth about it is this has been hard for her. I don't think he was an abuser to her. Obviously, he was to Janelle. Him and Janelle abused each other, but I don't think he was an abuser to her. I just think she may have seen some, maybe, I think probably months into it. Or maybe even longer. She finally did see some red flags that was like, oh, okay, I see. This is probably what people's talking about. I don't think she ever seen anything like crazy. Because the fact that she broke up with him and kicked him out because he accused her of cheating without any evidence and she wasn't doing it, the fact that she was like, nope, not taking that, makes me feel like she wouldn't take much of anything. She wouldn't like allow like craziness to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Nathan Griffin's ex, Anna. Like they had the one incident where he got sideways with her and she's like, "Nope, sorry. Sayonara, dude. I'm not putting up with that." You know, and I think Kenleigh's probably kind of similar to her. She's a strong woman. I mean, she don't need a man. Kenleigh does not need a man. She works. She has her own job, house, everything. So her being with David is just because that's what she wanted. It wasn't because she needed a man. Can't David put his shed on his land? So David and Janelle, they have the land, which David did get a portion of the land that his shed, his like tool shed was on. He got that. And down the road, they have another parcel of property that he got that as well. So yeah, technically, no, I don't know if it's set up for someone to live with like sewage or anything like that. I don't know. But he does have another parcel of property that he technically could go put his shed on. I don't think he's living in the boat. I don't think he's back on the boat. I think because she said it would make her living situation easier if she's just civil until he leaves. So obviously he's still there on her property. I think he's probably got a couch in the shed and going to work, coming home. I mean, do you guys remember like the day they broke up or whatever? The next day, she posted a video of him on the dirt bike, like riding crazy, like smoke flying from the tires. And she was like, "Oh, he's mad." Like, look at him, big mad. So he's obviously still staying there. I guess that day he come home, probably didn't even, mean mugging her, jumped on the dirt bike and went like all in front of her to show how mad he was. So funny. And it's even funnier that she like took a screenshot of it and posted it. It was like, look at him, big mad. Anyways, I don't need to laugh because it hurts my face. But yeah, so from what I'm hearing and from what Kenleigh even posted, from what I'm hearing and from what Kenleigh even posted, they're not together. She's just trying to be civil until he leaves. Like she did with Fuller. You talking about Janelle? Like how Janelle did with the Fuller? And from my understanding, that was David's property. So from my understanding, when Janelle and Tori recorded themselves doing donuts, they did that on David's property. Calix Chaos says, "No, I've been in a relationship where his family and mine kept saying I needed to stay for him because I was a good woman and he needed me because he was better with me. Oh no, girlfriend. Nope, 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 no, no. It's not your job to make your man better. He should be a decent man anyways. If he is ABUSIBE, you don't know. For any family to say, "Oh, you're gonna stay with him because he's better with you." Sorry, sorry, I'm not gonna subject myself to that because somebody else can't be good on their own. I wonder if she will have to evict him. I've seen a lot of people suggesting that. I've seen a lot of people saying, like, you need to evict him. You need to file the paperwork to have him evicted. Also, Janelle did like comment, like, let me see Janelle's post. Of course, Janelle commented because, you know, um, so she said, "Girl, don't take him back. He's already cheating on you. Once a cheater, always a cheater." And then up here, Dolph, Dom, can we just call him Dom? Because he's dumb. Literally, he's hitting chicks up that I know. LMAO. And then Janelle said, exactly. I do not like Dolph. I don't like him. I mean, I know that's wrong. Okay, I'm not going to say I don't like him. I don't know him personally. I don't like the way he like just blindly defends Janelle and the way he has like attacked Kenleigh. I don't like the way it seemed like Dolph and Janelle admitted to like destroying David's things, the things that David won in the divorce. You guys know how they had to split assets. Well, right after that happened, right after the judge signed off on what David got and what Janelle got, Janelle made a post about it, like, "Oh, they're gonna freak out when they see what we did to it." And Dolph like commented, like, "Ha ha ha, yeah," like I don't remember exactly what was said, But they basically admitted to, like, when David saw his stuff that he was getting in the divorce, that they were not gonna be happy, right? And they admitted they did it. Well, then days later, uh, David's girlfriend Kenleigh posted a photo of her standing in front of the dirt bike, and it said that, like, it had no, like, cables to it or whatever, and then Janelle said that David, like, tore up her kids' things, like, cut cables or whatever, and Kenleigh said, "Oh, well, maybe whoever cut the cables on your kids' rides is the same person that cut them on David's, because David's were too." So, but I'm like, isn't it very ironic that, like, 2 days after you split assets, you and your friend Dolph are literally admitting to doing something to David's things. They didn't say what, but they were like, "Oh, they're gonna freak out when they see what we did to all his things," you know? So y'all admitted to it. And then days later, you're like, "David tore my kid's stuff up." Like, and Kinley's like, "Well, it wasn't David, but maybe it was the same person that, tore David's stuff up." I think what she said was, like, the cables was cut to the dirt bike that David won in the divorce. He's lived there for over a year. He must have proof of residence, probably. I'm sure he's got, like, a something that comes there in his name. Oh god, let's not argue, you guys. I don't know what you guys said, but oh my goodness. Somebody said he's squatting, and then somebody said he's sass squatting. Sass squatching. Um, she will have to evict him unless he really, does do something dumb, and I think that's wild. I feel like if you have a boyfriend that you let move in to your residence, then you break up, I feel like you should be able to make him go. It should you don't have to I don't feel like you should have to file paperwork and pay money. I feel like you should be able to go to the police and say, "This is my boyfriend. Yes, he lived with me, but we broke up. He does not live with me anymore, and I would like for him to move." And I feel like the police should go over there and be like, "Okay, move. Y'all don't date anymore. You cannot live in her house, and you can't live in your shed on her property. Move it." That's wild, T Brizzle. Isn't the BMW that she has in Vegas supposed to go to David? Yes, it is. But she said she's not going to pay the money to have it shipped to David, that he's going to have to come get it. But she's also got like an RO on him. So, like, how's he going to go get it? But anyways, you guys, that's the tea there. That's what I know, that she did not take him back. Not saying that she won't. I don't know if she will in the future. So if she does take him back next week, don't come here and be like, "You lied to us." I can't predict the future. Okay. So as of right now, she is not back with David Eason. David Eason allegedly is hitting girls up. They're telling people about it, laughing about it, but it seems like he's single, so it doesn't seem like he would be cheating. However, I'm like, if you still live on Kenleigh's property, at least wait until you leave before you start hitting girls up. But maybe he's trying to find his next place to live. Maybe he's like, "Oh, I got to find me another girlfriend real quick so I can move in with her. So I ain't got to go live on that boat." He can come with the police, probably best. That's what I would do. Anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Prayers for Kenleigh. Prayers for Kenleigh that she can make it through this heartbreak, because she will find somebody deserving of her. I think she's a good person. She seems like a good person. I'm not going to say she didn't make a mistake hooking up with David Eason, but I like her. She's always been super nice. So yeah. Oh, and thank you guys so much. Yes, my son is 18. 18. My son is 18. It's so wild. But I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave me all your thoughts and come back and hype the video up, because that tells YouTube that you like the video and they are more inclined to promote it, out to other people. Kim needs somebody on her level. She does. Yes, David's not on her level. Absolutely. She certainly deserves better. 100%. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.